Star Trek's callback to Leonard Nimoy's whale movie hints at what happened to a forgotten character warning. This article contains spoilers for Star Trek Prodigy Season 2, Episode 5, Observer's Paradox, a reference to Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, affectionately referred to as the one with the whales, appears in Star Trek Prodigy Season 2, Episode 5, Observer's Paradox. In Star Trek IV, Starfleet fails to communicate with an alien probe, inadvertently destroying Earth, so Leonard Nimoy's Mr. Spock suggests going back in time to retrieve two members of the species the probe wants to speak to, extinct humpback whales. Once Spock and Admiral James T. Kirk, William Shatner, arrive in 1986 San Francisco, they enlist the help of Dr. Gillian Taylor, Catherine Hicks, a marine biologist dedicated to caring for humpback whales, George and Gracie. In Star Trek Prodigy Season 2, Starfleet Academy hopeful Rock Talk, Riley Elizraki, is assigned to the USS Voyager, a cetacean ops department, as part of Admiral Catherine Janeway's Kate Mulgrew internship program, where Rock is tasked with the care and feeding of Voyager's resident cetacean crew members. Star Trek Prodigy Season 2, Episode 5, Observer's Paradox, written by Jennifer Morrow and directed by Ruolin Lee and Andrew L. Schmidt, introduces one of Rock Talk's new cetacean friends, a humpback whale named Gillian. Gillian is given a voice through the ship's computer, Bonnie Garden, and helps translate the vocalizations of Star Trek Prodigy's melanoid slime worm, Murph, to Bradley Baker. What Star Trek Prodigy's whale callback to Star Trek IV as Dr. Gillian Taylor means Star Trek Prodigy Season 2, Episode 5, Observer's Paradox, calls back to Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, with the introduction of Starfleet cetacean Gillian, whose name is a clear reference to Dr. Gillian Taylor, and the impact that Dr. Taylor had on the humpback whales of the future. In Star Trek's 23rd century, humpback whales were an extinct species, so Dr. Gillian Taylor's expertise was essential to ensure the health of George, Gracie, and the whale's offspring. To that end, Dr. Taylor voluntarily travels to the 23rd century with Kirk, Spock, and the crew of the USS Enterprise, where Gillian Taylor would be the only expert on humpback whales. Star Trek never explains what ultimately became of Dr. Gillian Taylor in the 23rd century. Naming Star Trek Prodigy's whale Gillian, however, implies that Dr. Taylor not only remained with George and Gracie, but also educated future scientists on the health and development of humpback whales as the whale's population increased.